Okay, so I'm just out about with the kids, and we at the museum, and they came across this. So, if you ever wanted to socialize your kids, amongst like other kids, that kind of thing, you can come do that here, effectively. And I know somebody slick. I'm following y'all. Where are we going? I know somebody's gonna say, but you posted all that stuff about segregation and blah blah. Actually, was from a think tank of what if segregation was legal. So we had to cover all of the bases, like not just a single solitary statement. And I didn't even know they had these things right here. But look, you come in here, you can lactation pod for the breastfeeding and that kind of stuff. So we had to come with like what would legal say, what would it actually look like if it was legally in play. So as you can see, I'm in a museum, right? And I'm pretty sure somebody gonna say something backwards, like, but you wouldn't be able to come in here. And that was the purpose of, you know, having that whole done that people obviously didn't read was like, this is a public space funded with public money. It would never be eligible for something like that. But that you would have had to read the briefing, right? That is public to understand what that would look like. So that's the crazy other side of it, you know what I'm saying? Out at the museum, and so I'm gonna just make it easy for y'all today since I end up having to do so much stuff on my own anyway. It's not like you're pulling support. So we're just gonna show beautiful things today. Easy call. Out with the kids. Normal for me, maybe not normal for other people, right? So right, I'm live on two on two different platforms right now. And the whole point of it is just beauty, man. You don't have to try and figure out anything right now. Just enjoy the show. So yeah, there's always misconceptions about what I think successful means anyway. And so this is the easiest way for me to put you on the same level that I'm on. If you cannot decipher my page, it's not meant for you, right? So have at it. My community I participate in is super inclusive. So if you went to the car wash this morning, all the people that had like mud on their cars, those are my people. All the other people, you see these kids, man. I did this on my own. I did this without any help from either community. So, no strings here. Autonomy, full autonomy. That's what they call that. And so, yeah, everything beautiful, man. Everything easy. If you trying to fit in, right? That's why you don't have any fruits. I was able to get legislation changed on my own because neither group felt like it was in their best interest to represent any cause that's worthy for real. They just wanted to like look worthy. But We flow a little different on these parts. So, right, if you wasn't invited, just sit back and enjoy the show. Sit back and enjoy the show. So yeah, that the segregation stuff is part of a think tank, and it had to be 100% covered. What would legal segregation actually look like in the modern world, right? Because they're already doing it other places. But somewhere like this is a public space that's funded with public money, you would never be eligible for that, right? And they actually have a workshop downstairs. That's where we started at, where you can actually take and socialize your kids to other cultures, right? Not that I have to do that, but I mean, for some, it might be something they interested in, right? So yeah, you don't never gotta worry about me trying to wait around, or if you feel like whatever I'm working on isn't good for your cause doesn't have any victories worth even mentioning. And I got one task completed, right? I have an entire list of tasks though. So that's where I'm always at in life. I don't feel successful because the things that I'm called to do aren't done yet. It took me 20 years to get that legislation changed on my own. So if that's what it is, it's cool with me, man. I've never shied away from hard work, but somebody who doesn't have any hard work on their record, like none, to speak of, like that's why you don't have any fruit, bro. None. You know what? I saved the black community $220 million, bro. And somebody told me, we didn't ask you to do that. And you know what I say? Not only can't you do it on your own, I don't care what you say. I didn't ask you in the first place, and you didn't help me do it. So why would you even mention anything? It was built. And that is why I end up in spaces like this all the time, and not other places where other people be at. You know, you feel however you want to feel about whatever you want to feel about it, but my channels have no sponsors. I monetize back to back to back to back to back to back, so I can say whatever I want to say. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean that if my mind and the spirit move me to say it, it's getting said. That's who does all the dictating on this channel. The actual spirit. And we just go from there. I don't think I've ever experienced any fallout yet because I'm doing what I was told to do. And so it never feels that way when all these extra opportunities happen that you don't go looking for, like they just get brought to you. That's why you do it. So I put this out and you can see, which is how majority of is set up, right? No, whatever level of understanding you have, you could at least just take the beauty from it, and that'll be that. You don't need to know what I know, because that comes with a lot of pain. And I felt called to, after this was made available to me and mine, share What y'all think about these chairs? Yo, that's hard. I like the whole set.
I like that purple thing over there.
I got one. Hold on, let me back up. I want to put the whole. That's hard.
I like that purple glass over there.
Which one? That. That's fire.
I like it. Look here, set.
Another statue. Where's your coat at, Pooh?
A nose has it. It's hot.
Told you.
Wowzers.
Yeah. There's so much stuff in the works right now. I would be remiss to
And also
not feel blessed.
they have a
Because again, like I said, we don't have any sponsors on this channel. We don't have no need for it. When you got it by the Spirit, in reality, you could just wake up and come to the right place. Always have information than say people who don't and the right place at the right time. And when you do that with genuine intent, that's why I'm always able to disseminate this good information for y'all. If you didn't go to Black Tech Baltimore or Black Tech Miami or Black Tech Houston outside of Black Tech Saturday Detroit, right? Don't say these opportunities wasn't made available to you. Say that you are of handling the opportunities. And that is why what happened, guys? Wait, you thought you were just gonna break the rules?
He doesn't like water.
I don't see.
What does that have to do with anything? Excuse us.
Like this.
Is it Morse code?
So yeah, we just having a little church, me and the kids, because that's how we do it. Man, what? And yeah, they got that nice workshop down there. So if you want to socialize your kids, this is the kind of place you could come do that at.
Thank you so much for coming to the best of the world. GIA. Have a happy, fantastic Sunday. Welcome to the GIA. I'm off the break. The news is supporting tobacco right. From the white man, supporting tobacco white time, no cost for white time.
It's literally a wall full of green weave.
Thank you so much for the number one best of the world. The GIA. And have a fantastic Sunday too.
It's a wall of green weave.
Dad. I
Yeah.
like that one on top and the one under. The one with the green beans and the gold.
I like green and gold, anything.
Welcome to the GIA. Welcome to the GIA, everyone.
What's in there? This room is about jewelry. So yeah, anything I put out publicly is because I'm trying to help you get on. You don't have to do what I do, but you do have to use the method if you want to be successful. If not, it'll be a more series of meaningless victories that require media spin to sell.
down to the pictures, the videos of your cell phone with no flash. Rules and stuff, 14 inches, better than white lines, no color.
So yeah, I'm good. No flash on, right? Looks like a bookshelf with the speakers on it, right? Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on. So yeah, we at the Detroit Institute. It's no secret. Everyone know of everything. Just most people never take advantage of it. Like you wouldn't know what to do with it even if they showed up, right? But we hoping. That's why we keep putting these messages out that people can catch up. It is worth it. We gonna walk the museum until we find that sparks the child's mind. And then we gonna push more resources into that. But you have to do this consistently. Consistent. And people go a lot of places and you're not gonna spark the child's mind, right? And at the end of the day, you just leaving yourself with more work to do. So that becomes my personal mission, like all the stuff we put out. Just stimulate minds, right? Think. Even if you heard me talk about segregation, you had to know they made us like do a whole paper on what does it look like legally, for real. Not just, hey, to say it like that one guy who just get on there and say ignorant stuff, right? There's a difference. It's a whole difference. So, I get it. Now I want to participate and know. Didn't we just come here? Didn't we just come this way? Why are we back here again? We not finna keep walking back here every 2 minutes. You need to get that shit together now. So, which way we going from here? Y'all got the map? Yeah, nope, I don't be about nonsense for nobody. No nonsense for nobody. And so, I don't have to play nice.
See those chairs? That's what the artist sit down and draw.
What happened? You back to Egypt? All right, look. Here. Now we back where Nose wanted to go. Photography and oh.
Where are we going now?
I want to go that way. Hold on, that's awesome. I gotta see that. Yeah. Could you imagine going through this much stuff for somebody else's feelings?
Oh, you haven't been down there.
I think that's the Mediterranean. We just shouldn't come to the front. You want to see that? You want to see that thing right there? I know. Okay, so. Yeah, no. Who is that? Yeah, nah. Some things. These look like the thing from Ghostbusters. But back up and to the left because we haven't been there yet. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say what I say because we don't have no sponsors on this channel. Period.
I like that.
Okay.
But we didn't work at like a lot of the software. I never noticed that. So I don't know if it's like, if I'm going to have like experience or something.
Software that you take and you can put it, get it typed.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, then I mean, different,
This one.
away with 2 geese. I like it. It's like you just keep walking and they just keep having more stuff. I see, fat baby. Hey, chubby baby. Chubby baby with a chubby. Right. Oh, wow. So, Nose, when you gonna put this on my ceiling?
When I realize
I want some art on my ceiling. I don't want no mirror on my ceiling. I want some art on my ceiling.
Murals.
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 Huh?
mirror on the ceiling is crazy cool.
Hey, what's that? Did we see that guy down there? And how do we get up there to that art right there?
I do believe the third floor is kind of off the second level because I saw a couple signs on front of staircases that were saying we couldn't go up.
No, that was for
Were they
two.
exhibit stairs?
No, I
I
think
don't
that was
know.
for two.
I don't know about that.
We don't know about it.
You know me, I'm always a huge fan of, we ain't gonna say that online, but it looks like some stairs right there that aren't blocked off. This must be the Christ. The Cardinal. Okay. Yeah. The mask.
Yeah.
Booty cheeks. We got here Napoleon. Ah, man, I want to believe this is from 1810, but I kind of, am I wrong? Okay, what we got?
Soldiers in Mountain Court.
I like it. Like the wind, you know, the rain's my favorite. What we got here? Man, hold on, nah.
Older clocks are like the best. The big grandfather ones and all the pocket ones.
Yeah. What the? It's like everywhere you go and turn, they just got some more stuff. And is that Django?
This is really fun. Draw.
Bro, it's somebody on a horse with some Tims. I gotta get a picture of that. How do we get down there?
We passed another beating like that earlier.
No, we about to take, after we finish looking up here, we coming back. I need a picture of that. We gonna go straight down these elevators.
Elevators, I mean, these ones. No.
That guy on that horse has some Timberland boots on with a sword and some blue jeans. So I need to take a picture of that. You downstairs. No, on the other side, you gotta look from this way, going this way. Yeah, we finna drop down the, whatchamacallit. Man, crazy part is they offered me a job. I was just walking around here with my kids. And this lady from the museum just stopped me because she thought I was one of the other guys that do tours here. That's the kind of thing I mean when you have divine. So yeah. We're gonna take these elevators. But first we're gonna look in that Dutch room. Okay, so look. There's actually a Timberland sign on the boots.
The part that copyright infringement usually companies jump.
Yeah. We're not gonna go through that though. Man, you would think they would have a huge Dutch exhibit. Considering the. Yeah, whenever we get down to that Timberland, man, I think I'm gonna cut this feed. Cut this feed. This is a writing desk. Yo, that's hard. See that? Uh-oh. It grabbed you. You know those scenes in the movies where the person sits down and stares at the art and then they start playing the symphony music like dun, dun, dun. Then after it zooms in on your face, you get the single teardrop from the beauty, like, you know. But you wanna go try to find an elevator and get that picture? Okay. Yeah. It's all right. That ain't bad. I don't know. I don't know enough about art to understand which one of these pictures is the good one and which one is like just okay. So, you know, the just okay one's not in the museum, but the good one is. So,
My favorite are you paintings are the ones depicting the day-to-day.
elevator.
Jewelry, like box, has always got so elaborate.
Right. I even like this tea set right here. The joint look hard. Thanks.
But if I was going to put my jewelry somewhere, I'd put it in a box that was unassuming and very small.
Elevator.
Like, if you're a thief and you're breaking into somewhere, you're going to open that. You're going to open the cardboard box thrown in the corner of the room.
Come on, come on.
That scared me.
Yay. Elevator. We're on 3.
I haven't been in the elevator in a long time.
Third floor.
They gonna be saying bullshit. Yeah. We made it, y'all. We are here. We are here, we are here. Now, because he has the Timberland boots on, and people probably thought I was crazy because I spotted that. Timberland boots. The officer of the Hussars. So here's the original. And here is the interpretation. Fire.